As a young mother, I experienced family violence, although I didn't realise that that's what it was for a while. I attempted to leave the relationship many times and only succeeded when my mental health was so affected. I didn't think I could survive the relationship any longer, and I didn't want that kind of life for my baby. I didn't know at the time that as a woman with disability, I was at higher risk of violence and abuse, and that the ways my partner would use my blindness to humiliate and disempower me was a form of abuse unique to women with disability. When I accessed services seeking safety, I had to disclose my blindness, and I was often met with awkwardness, ignorance, and even suspicion. I had to advocate constantly for my access needs, despite the fact that I have a lot of disability privilege. He would take my child in and out of my sight at handovers in parks, leaving me anguished when all I wanted to do was reunite and express my love for my little toddler. Later, at school events, there was the constant threat of him lurking just outside my small field of vision. The fact that he could see me and I couldn't see him gave him ample opportunity to mess with me and my relationship with my child. At a court-ordered mediation, my lawyer told me that the way he was gesturing at me would not be tolerated by a judge, and that I was lucky I couldn't see him. Later that day, she said she had grave concerns about going up against a man like that in court, and that I would be on par with the perpetrator because I had a disability. That turned out to be an understatement. In the many years of court proceedings that followed, my disability was constantly in the spotlight. I had to relentlessly defend my disability, explain myself, and justify my ability to parent. The whole focus seemed to be on my disability rather than the abuse that continued through a shared care arrangement and through the court process itself. My loved ones and I remained at the whim of the perpetrator for 18 years. Our services and systems need to recognize and respond to the diverse and often difficult realities of people who experience multiple forms of oppression and intersectionality. As women with disability, we need to be asked about our needs and challenges, and we need people to listen to us with empathy and work with us to create safety rather than cause more harm. I lead the Building Access Project, which is a movement that works towards creating access and inclusion for women with disability in the domestic and family violence sector. You can visit our webpage for toolkits, resources, to get in touch, and to collaborate on how we can better create access and inclusion in the domestic and family violence sector.